Musk downplays concerns that his agreement with the Twitter will cause him to divert his attention away from his work as the CEO of Tesla Motors. From geopolitics to corporations taking risks, the billionaire knows that his growing empire faces problems. Could Elon Musk's plan to buy Twitter be an act of arrogance that could hurt his startup empire? Would it be fair to characterize Elon Musk's attempt to purchase Twitter as an act of arrogance that will have a negative impact on his startup empire? Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Before we begin, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell button to be alerted of any new content. Since the board of directors of the social media business approved his $44 billion offer a few weeks ago, there have been fears that the world's richest person is taking on more than he can handle as a result of his acquisition. He is currently the richest person on the planet. The dangers of mortgaging or selling a portion of his considerable personal interest in Tesla, as well as fears about political reaction over the total free speech he has pledged on Twitter, have all been raised as concerns regarding Musk's plans to take on a third company, among other things. Musk, in a wide-range interview with the Financial Times at the Future of the Car Summit, shrugged off questions about whether his use of Twitter will harm his other business interests while he deals with major challenges at Tesla. Musk also defended his use of Twitter, which he says is necessary to keep up with the company's rapid growth. Pressures from directing what he termed as the fastest-growing manufacturing firm in history, while also dealing with a big global supply chain issue and as the gap between the United States and China expanded, were among those he had to deal with. Musk mentioned behaviors that were already in place to deal with short, intensive bursts of labor as a result of the fact that he constantly shifts his focus between the most critical concerns facing his companies, according to Musk. He had worked non-stop from midnight to midnight and all day to resolve one of these issues, just 2 nights before giving his first interview since closing the deal to acquire Twitter at the FT event. And he had done so just 2 nights before. He did not believe that having a presence on Twitter would make his own business more risky, which was something he strongly opposed. Tesla CEO Elon Musk responded positively when asked if his controversial plans for the network would have a negative impact on the company. "I'm confident we'll be able to sell all the cars we can make," Musk said. Tesla's chief executive has spoken frequently over the past years about how to deal with situations in which demand is exceeding production to a ridiculous degree. A new idea was floated by him on Tuesday when he hinted that new orders would be temporarily halted until further notice. It was he who made the remark. "We're actually probably gonna limit that. Just stop taking orders from anyone beyond a certain period of time." Furthermore, if someone were to get control of Twitter, they would be able to engage in complex political maneuvering. The CEO of Amazon, Mr. Jeff Bezos, has raised the possibility that Musk's reliance on manufacturing in Shanghai could make him vulnerable to Chinese pressure to control his social media platform Twitter. This was disregarded by the CEO, who is well known for his cantankerous attitude. "I've seen no indication to that effect," he said without batting an eyelash. When it comes to crossing political fault lines, Musk has demonstrated no reluctance to do so. In contrast to the other firm CEOs who have been wary of doing so in the past, in a recent interview he indicated that the current lockdown at Shanghai COVID-19 constituted a direct danger to Tesla's operations in the immediate term. In a recent interview, Musk indicated that he had constructive meetings with the Chinese government, illustrating how close he is to the administration. In comparison to when he opposed an earlier order to shut a factory in California, his attitude was more calm. According to him, he has spoken with the Chinese government in the past few days, and it's clear that the lockdowns are being lifted rapidly. He used a more measured tone when he opposed an order to close a facility in California in the previous year. So I would not expect this to be a significant issue in the coming weeks. The president didn't hold back when describing how divided American politics are, alleging that the Twitter is biased against the left and called for President Donald Trump's ban on the social media network to be lifted. He indicated that he sought to upset people on all sides of the political spectrum with his acts, and he intended to do this. In response to those on the left who feel Musk is biased in favor of the President Donald Trump, Musk has a very different message to share with them. He said that blocking the former president from the social media did not stifle his voice, but rather made it amplify it on the right. which is why it is necessary to reinstate Trump to a more widely used social media platform such as Instagram or Twitter. Although Tesla CEO Elon Musk has been outspoken in his criticism of the Twitter's overreach, he appeared much more composed and in control on Tuesday when he spoke about how tough it is to keep up with the company's rapid growth. Instead of a firm target, he described the group's goal of producing 20 million vehicles per year by 2030 as aspiration, as opposed to the past production forecasts that were unduly optimistic. Obtaining raw material for the Tesla's batteries, according to Musk, was one of the most challenging difficulties the firm would face in the long term. The CEO of the company was asked if the group would consider acquiring a mining company in order to ensure a consistent supply of raw material. As a response, he stated, "We have no desire to acquiring mining enterprises, but if it becomes essential to hasten the shift to renewable energy, we will do so." In order to save as many lives as possible, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, was not hesitant to take significant financial risks for the firm, such as pressing forward with a limited sort of self-driving technology in the hope that it would save many lives. Then he said, "We're just gonna take the heat." In the author's words, "We believe that the probability of injury is reduced, but we also know that we're gonna be sued despite doing the right thing, and we will do the right thing and get sued." The more he talked about freedom of expression on Twitter, the more casual his tone became. Musk has always indicated that he would let anyone to say whatever he wanted on the Twitter, as long as they did so in a manner that was permissible by law. An overwhelming number of the complaints have been lodged as a result. It was mentioned that the platform should make it more difficult for comments that are destructive to the world to be promoted in different parts of the world. As you can see, this is a broad word that offers a lot of room for interpretation when it comes to the company's future moderation approach. While he was opposed to permanent bans such as the one imposed on Trump, he stated for the first time that Twitter should have alternative mechanism in place to prevent destructive information from spreading, such as a timeout, a temporary suspension, or that particular tweet should be made invisible or have very limited traction. The fact that these tools are available to users as part of the Twitter's armory for policing materials suggests that the gap between them may not be quite as large as he made it look in the past. Thank you for taking time to watch. We hope you found the video to be entertaining. Please share your thoughts in the comment box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell button to be notified of all the new videos as soon as they are released. We'll see you in another video shortly.